I know one way or the other you would have come across different pharmaceutical product adverts where they would tell you if you're experiencing a particular maybe headache or backache that you should take XYZ paracetamol or XYZ drugs. You would have also seen some that would say if you're experiencing these symptoms, then it is a sign of malaria and you can take this particular product and then you get well soon. At the end of the advert, you will hear something like, if symptoms persist after 3 days, do what? Consult with your doctor. Now, a lot of you look at that ad and it doesn't occur to you that what they are trying to teach you from the ads is that there are certain medications that you can take by yourself. You don't really need to rush to the hospital anytime you come across those symptoms. So there are certain symptoms you should already know that this is a sign of malaria or typhoid, and you can take XYZ drugs and you will be fine. Just imagine that every one of us would have to, at the slightest headache or backache that we feel, we all rush to the hospital. The doctors and medical practitioners would have died from overwhelmness and over labor of people, or at the slightest malaria symptoms, you're rushing to the hospital. Let me bring that down to running a business. It is your business and you're supposed to do certain things by yourself. In fact, you're supposed to know how to do certain things by yourself. Experts are there to help you when things are getting complex or it's beyond your control. And that's why you hear them say in every pharmaceutical product advertisement that if symptoms persist after 3 days, do what? Consult with your doctor. In other words, after you've gone through the prescription, after you've taken the dosage that they've asked you to take, noticing a particular symptom, and then you are not still okay, it means that it's something that you cannot actually do by yourself. It means you have to consult a medical expert to run a proper test on you so that they can actually know what's the real cause. And you will agree with me that in most cases, when we take those drugs, we are better off for it because we already know the symptom. The question I'm asking you now is, what is your plan in your business when you have customer disputes, when there are issues in business, or you're not even envisaging that there will be issues in your business? You're thinking that running a business is like a walk in the park or is a bed of roses. We all know that disputes are inevitable. We also know that business is not for the faint-hearted. We also know that being an entrepreneur is not as easy as it sounds, or how we present it with all our packaging on the internet or on the media. There's a lot of work that needs to be done. The question that you should ask yourself is, have you ever thought of when there are disputes in your business? What is your plan on how to deal with it? Let me streamline that question. When there are money and debt issues in your business, what is your plan? How do you intend to resolve it? Or are you thinking that money and debt issues would never arise? Research has shown that every business transaction all over the world have up to 70 to 80 potentials of being a subject of debt recovery. So as a business person, especially as a startup, a micro, small and medium business owner, what is your plan when money and debt issues arise? What debt recovery skills do you have? What debt recovery technique have you been able to master? How do you intend to avoid debts in your business? How do you intend to handle every customer that is owing you or may owe you one way or the other? Because every customer is different and the approach that you use for customer A is not the same that you are going to use for customer B. Have you been able to know the kind of approach that you should use when debt issues comes up? What are the structures that you have put in place to avoid debts in your business? What are the structures that you've put in place to manage debts in your business in the event you have taken a loan and you're not able to pay it back on time? Now, what are also the structures you've put in place to be able to recover money from your customers or clients without ending your business relationship? Like I always say, the problem is not in the debt, but the problem is how you go about your debt issues. for the mere fact that a particular customer or client is owing you does not mean that that should be the end of your business relationship. The bottom line is, dear business owner, dear startup, dear SME, how do you intend to tackle debt issues in your business in the event it shows up? Because it will definitely show up one way or the other. As long as business transaction exists, debt will never cease from the earth. Think about it.